Is entrepreneurship for you? Today, I am going to share with you my top motives and reasons and why I'm so passionate about entrepreneurship. There's a philosophy that says if you don't build your empire, somebody else will hire you to build theirs. Another thing that you have as an entrepreneur that you don't have as an employee is leverage. As an employee, you get paid solely on your efforts. As an entrepreneur, when you bring on, whether it's employees or subcontractors, you are able to get paid off of other people's efforts and have that leverage. Think of a McDonald's. Even though they have shitty food, they have great business systems. How often do you ever see the owner of a McDonald's at the McDonald's? Never, because they have systems and leverage in place that gives them time and freedom. The owner of a McDonald's gets paid on whose efforts? Every single one of their employees. So if they have 25 employees operating that restaurant, the owner is getting paid on the efforts of 25 people. The next thing is that as an employee, you are building somebody else's business and you work for a business. As an entrepreneur, once you implement great systems that are able to independently run the business without you, now instead of you working for a business, you have a business that works for you. As an employee, when you stop working, you stop getting paid. As a business owner, when you stop working, you still get paid. However, you must have, again, the right people, the right training, the right systems in place to be able to accomplish that. One of my favorite mentors, Jim Rohn, says, profits are better than wages. One of the great things is that the profits that you get from a business, and you could do this again as an employee as well if you have a high income, being that you get taxed almost 50% depending on your tax bracket. But as a business owner, you have tax deductions and write-offs that you don't as an employee. So therefore, if you have a successful business, as I mentioned before, with all the right systems in place, you can keep more of the money that comes in. And then with the right education, mentors, and guidance, you can then take those profits and invest them and roll them over into other investment vehicles that will create long-term wealth. Now, one of the things as a business owner is that in a job, you usually have the manager, the owner, or the supervisor basically on you about, accomplishing X, Y, and Z. In your business, guess what? It's just you. Nobody's gonna be on top of you to accomplish things. So you have to be your biggest motivator. And you have to have a strong why as to why you are getting up every day, whether it's at 5, 6, 7 in the morning, why it is that you do what you do. You have to have a strong why, and you have to be on top of yourself to make sure that you accomplish everything necessary to create a successful business. What I have found the number one contributor to be for success in business is to invest in yourself, to invest in your mind. Because what happens is when you read a book, when you go to a training, when you go to a seminar, when you listen to a YouTube like this, you are able to leverage the mindsets, the accomplishments, and the wisdom and knowledge of those who have already done it. If you read Warren Buffett's, books on management or investments, guess what? He's a very successful billionaire. So he's going to share with you his top strategies on how he got to where he is. And therefore, you don't have to make all the mistakes that he made. You can leverage and get there faster and further.